16, something like that. I read this at the Man Cucumber the other week. It's called Time, Precious Time, and it just reminds me of how these days we just never take the time to it's one of those stand and stare things, you just never, we're so busy, you just don't have the time to just observe things. So this is an observation poem. Time, Precious Time. Lazy days, the sun shines down in a springtime haze. No jobs to do, nobody to see, no place to go, nowhere to be. Familiar sounds all around, the clock beats endlessly, making shadows against the wall, blowing the dust and watching it fall, watching folk get in their cars, walk their dogs and mow their grass, watching birds across the sky, watching glistening cobwebs fly, dreaming, thinking, pondering rhyme, knowing, wasting, time, precious time. Now this is a brand new poem. Kind of have long gaps between writing poems, but this is a new one. It's a bit scary, so this is the first time anybody's heard it. It's strange, but no, it's not strange. Well, let's see how it goes. It's called, thank you, it's called I Heard You Crowing. I heard you crowing in the field, I heard you crowing on the fence. I saw you crowing at my window, it never caused offence. I heard your brothers crowing, and your sons are crowing too, your chorus ever louder as your chest and power grew. And then the fighting started, the eyeing, claws and kicks. Who's the undisputed winner? The father of the chicks. The rivalry was constant, the hens were worried too. One night when it was quiet, I knew what I must do. I took you from your resting perch, I ne'er switched on the light. I wrung your neck with cold bare hands, the last of you did fight. I stroked your glossy feathers, while warm and still you lie. Silence echoed through the darkness, a tear swelled in my eye. Then you were cold and stiff next day, now resigned to your fate, that you would be sliced open and served upon my plate. Where do these things come from? What's the time? Yeah. Well, that's good timing then. So the one I'd like to end on is, it's not one of mine, but it's my favourite poem by Alfred Tennyson. I'm a big fan of Tennyson. And it's a little known poem, but it's one that I've known for many years and I still love it. It's called The How and the Why. I'm any man's suitor, if any will be my tutor. Some say this life is pleasant, some think it speedeth fast. In time there is no present, in eternity no future, in eternity no past. We laugh, we cry, we are born, we die. Who will riddle me the how and the why? The bulrush nods unto its brother, the wheat ears whisper to each other. What is it they say? What do they there? Why 2 and 2 make 4? Why round is not square? Why the rocks stand still and the light clouds fly? Why the heavy oak groans and the white willows sigh? Why deep is not high and high is not deep? Whether we wake or whether we sleep, whether we sleep or whether we die? How you are you? Why I am I? Who will riddle me the how and the why? The world is somewhat, it goes on somehow, but what is the meaning of then and now? I know there is something, but how and what? I feel there is somewhat, but what and why? I cannot tell if that somewhat be I. The little bird pipeth, why? In the summer woods when the sun falls low and the great bird sits on the opposite bough and stares in his face and shouts, how? And the black owl scuds down a mellow twilight and chants, how, the whole of the night. Why the life goes when the blood is spilt, what the life is where the soul may lie. Why a church is with a steeple built, and a house with a chimney pot. Who will riddle me the how and the what? Who will riddle me the what and the why?
That was lovely. I haven't heard that poem like ever. I've read that poem, but I've not heard that poem. Thank you, Abby. That was awesome. Come on, one more time for Abby.